Welcome to Beginning Joint Repair. You've just made one of the most important decisions of your life, and that's the decision to begin a joint repair practice. With this practice, you'll learn how to unwind years of damage and dysfunction so you can move and live the way you want to again. That's pretty important, right? So let's not waste a minute and jump right in. To start, you need to know what it actually means to have a joint repair practice. Number one, practice every day. Joint repair is built around something called the remodeling process. This is how our bodies repair damaged nerve and joint tissue by progressively readapting them to physical stress, just like muscles. Also like muscles, we can intentionally guide this process through resistance exercise. Unlike muscles, however, we don't necessarily need bigger and bigger training loads to continue growing and adapting. Instead, what studies show is that nerve and joint tissues, especially delicate damaged ones, actually seem to prefer low to moderate intensity resistance exercise, but at a higher rate of frequency. In other words, do less, but more often. Think of cats. Cats get a bad rap for being lazy. They're not lazy. In fact, they're kind of always moving. It's just that most of that movement is slow, active stretching, the kind that builds mobility, which is the foundation of the remodeling process and something you're going to learn a lot about in this program. Cats do mobility a few seconds at a time, hundreds of times per day, and are some of the most agile, durable, injury-resistant, and pound-for-pound strongest animals on Earth because of it. Turns out we're the same way, or could be, if we refocused our training in that direction and unlock our ability to heal faster. Number two, make peace with incremental progress. Now, even though I just said we could heal faster, that doesn't necessarily mean this is going to happen fast. Joint repair is a marathon, not a sprint. The dysfunctions you're repairing took years, even decades to form. Don't expect them to change overnight. The remodeling process isn't that efficient no matter how well you train, no matter how good your genetics are, just because of how our joints are designed. The deepest tissues that we're targeting, like ligaments and cartilage, don't have a direct blood supply the way muscles and tendons do. On top of this, the stiffness and compensations written into your fascia and motor patterns take their own time to unwind and rebalance. This all makes deep joint damage harder to heal than muscle and tendon damage. Harder, but not impossible. What ligaments, cartilage, and other deep joint structures do have access to is a highly filtered form of blood called synovial fluid. Synovial fluid carries the same nutrients and growth hormones to deep joint tissues that blood carries to muscles and tendons during exercise. When the volume of synovial fluid within a joint rises past a certain threshold, it triggers a process called collagen synthesis, which is the creation of new joint tissue. This means joint repair, in large part, is just learning how to push more synovial fluid into the joint more often. The better you get at this and the more consistently you do it, the faster you heal, but it'll still take longer than you would like. So tuck in for the long haul, aim to get just 0.1% better with each practice, and you will be shocked at how you move a year from now. Number three, do it for the rest of your life. Once you accept that joint repair is slow and you have to do it every day, here comes the good news. There is no upper limit on how far you can heal. I'm serious. Exercise science has only scratched the surface of how far we can push the remodeling process. I routinely hear from clients in their 60s and 70s who express astonishment, along with their doctors, at just how much function they continue to regain years into their program. The only trick is, once you start joint repair, you can't ever stop. Even if you reach a point where all your joints feel great and there's no more pain, which, by the way, congratulations, you still have to maintain them. You have to keep doing the things that got you back if you want to stay there, which means you have to continue your practice indefinitely. Understand? This isn't a short-term project. It has no finish line, and there's always more to learn. Joint repair is a skill you can sharpen forever, and the reward for each improvement is a less painful, more enjoyable life. And once you know that, why would you ever stop, right? So if you're serious about this, I want you to pause the video and say to yourself right now, I'm going to do joint repair for the rest of my life. I'm serious. Stop the video, say this to yourself, and mean it, and then come back. Got it? All right. Now that you've committed to a lifetime of joint repair, let's learn how it actually works. See you in the next video.